November, Munich's Mega Tech Fest, also known as Electronica 2014, is celebrating its 50th anniversary. Now, for some people, the thought of visiting this enormous event and trudging many kilometres through an endless maze of exhibition halls is about as attractive as sticking needles in your eyes. But forget those technology Luddites. 50 years on, and Electronica is still an opportunity of gargantuan proportions to catch up on the latest electronics technology from around the world. So what's the big attraction? It's simple. There will be around 2,700 companies showing off their latest technology, and that's why Electronica expects to attract over 70,000 visitors. So here are 5 tips from my Electronica Survival Guide featured in this edition on how to enjoy both Munich and the show. Firstly, to see all that technology, you've got to get to the show, and with over 70,000 people in attendance, that can be challenging. Most people travel to the show by U-Bahn. That's the subway system of Munich. Let's take a closer look at this U-Bahn and S-Bahn stuff. Munich has a fantastic train system that's a clean, reliable and efficient service. The S-Bahn trains are the suburban lines that run within the city and out to outlying areas. The U-Bahn trains constitute the central city lines. The U2 line runs right to the show, and there are 2 stops at the fairground, Messerstadt West and East. You can use both of those. Now, be warned. The Munich rail system works on an honesty policy. There are no entrance or exit barriers, so there is nothing physically stopping you from completing your journey without a ticket. Do not attempt this. Get your ticket, and before entering the platforms, make sure you use one of the small machines nearby to date and time stamp your ticket before boarding the train. Forget to do this at your peril. If you do, you are considered to be riding illegally without a ticket, and if you get caught, the fines are steep. You can learn more at this website right here. Secondly, okay, you've got to the show. Now comes the challenge of trying to scale this techno mountain. The first vitally important thing to do is get yourself a show guide. You'll easily recognise these. They're about a similar thickness to Mr. Schwarzenegger's forearm. Sit down with it and plan your itinerary for the day. Forget any idea about trying to see the whole show in one day. That is the road to certain madness. Thirdly, Electronica is not just about hiking around the enormous exhibition grounds. There are 170 excellent forums and conferences that cover a multitude of technologies. Make sure you find out about these right here at this website. Fourthly, like the vast proportion of Electronica international visitors, I stay in Munich. Whatever you do, don't be tempted to stay in a hotel near the show. It may be very time efficient in the morning, but it's a very boring thing to do, and you'll miss out on a fantastic city. Need convincing? Take a look at this website. My advice is stay near Marienplatz, the central square of Munich. From there it's an easy train ride into the show in the morning, but forget that for the moment. In the evenings it's beer and food time. Munich is world famous for its variety and quality of beer, and a great pub guide can be found at this website. So which beer kellers rate a visit? Well, there are a lot, and just like the show, do not expect to get around all of them. The Hofbrauhaus is the best known and consequently too touristy for my taste, but it's where Adolf Hitler made some of his early political speeches, so it holds a certain dark fascination. One of my favourites is the Augustiner. It's huge, historic, authentic, brash, very Bavarian, and both the beer and food are good. Do not expect microscopic portions of designer food. Here, the beer comes in bucket-sized glasses and the food in Fred Flintstone proportions. Another traditional venue well worth considering is the Nuremberg Bratwurst Glocke. Don't be confused about the name. It's smack bang in the middle of Munich, right next to the cathedral. But if after a grueling day at Electronica you want a quiet, exclusive restaurant that doesn't want to serve you mountainous joints of pork accompanied by bucket loads of sauerkraut and dumplings you could play soccer with, don't worry. Munich has plenty of fine dining experiences. Prime examples are the restaurant at the Königshof Hotel, the Spartan House restaurant, and the very chic and ultra-modern Ellzey. Fifth and final trip. This concerns the Weisswurst. These white sausages are a traditional Bavarian speciality, first created around 1850 and are made from veal, bacon, parsley, onions, ginger and cardamom. They look very anemic and frankly are hideously unattractive. Personally, I like them, but take heed, you should only eat them between breakfast time and 12 noon. The sausages are made daily, and the Munich tradition of consuming them in the morning dates back to the historic fact that the meat in them is unsmoked, and before modern refrigeration they would quickly perish. You'll see Munich citizens eating them for breakfast with a substantial dollop of sweet mustard and very often a cold glass of beer. And don't eat the skin, only the meat inside. Good appetit, thanks for viewing, and have a great show.